This is an overview of the basic position cue, motion cue, and just how to set the time and actor as we start to set up a basic timeline, math functions that work along with it. The very first thing that I'm going to do here, and I almost did not record this, but it helps if you're able to see it, and it would be a little confusing if you didn't see how I put this camera in. So even though this isn't about cameras, I'm setting a fixed camera up here at 0 seconds just to watch the scene, otherwise we would be at the default camera. Now the red cue position object here is going to move the target actor at the target time instantly to this position. You're going to want to put it right on the floor so the where the avatar's feet are going to end up, roughly, hopefully, right at the very bottom of it. So just have it setting on the floor, and we're going to click here to set the time for this cue to 0 seconds. Now that's going to move actor 1, which is our seat. Actor 2, our test NPC here, we're going to have move over here at the same time. Next, we're going to use this orange motion cue, and what this does, instead of moving instantly at that exact moment to that spot, it moves from wherever the actor or NPC currently is at to the new location over a time of duration. So we're going to start out at 1 second, so they'll pause here for 1 second. Actually, we'll make that 0.25 because we'll start walk right away. The duration is currently at 2, so the end time of this is going to be 2.25 seconds. And I'm just setting the actor number to all just to show you what will happen as a result of that. Let's have them turn instead, and this turn is only going to take a short amount of time, so we're going to put 0.5 seconds. It's going to start at the end time of the previous one, which is 2.25. And since it ends at 2.75, the next cue that we put up here is going to start at 2.75 seconds and have a duration of 2 again. So it's ending at 4.75. Let's put one more turn in here. Set the duration, or we've already got the duration at 0.5 seconds, so I just click again to turn it off. And I'm going to set the time to 4.75 when the previous one ends. Alright, now as we sit here, you'll notice a couple things. The scene begins, both myself and the Velociraptor are in the same spot, and the scene is going to end right at as soon as the last cue is started. It doesn't even wait for the end time of a motion cue. It's going to do right when that last cue is called, the scene will end. So we'll continue with this a little bit in the next video, but really quickly, one of the core ideas here is that you can select multiple cues by just clicking them in sequence. You'll notice that the beacon appears on all of them. We could just right now type in a new time, set it to a different time, but instead of even do that, let's turn this one back off. And let's do a math function on both of these. Now, and this comes in especially handy if you're making a scene, you've made a good minute's worth of stuff, and then you think, you know what, in the very middle of that I want to add some more animations and whatnot, so I'm going to, right in the middle of the scene, at 30 seconds, I need to add 10 seconds. So I would click the set time on everything that we've set higher than 30 seconds, and then go plus 10. That's going to add 10 seconds in. See how they're both affected. You can also do minus 10. You can do plus 1 minute by hitting 1M and 30 seconds. And you can even do an asterisk to multiply it. So if you wanted to multiply it by 0.5 to cut it in half, you can essentially squash or stretch parts of the scene, which will take some. You'll need to adjust it afterwards, of course, and adjust the look at how it works and see. But you can add, subtract, or multiply the time as you set it. You can select multiple ones, toggle them on and off, and double check which ones have beacons, which ones are listening, and go from there. And that basically is going to cover how you set the time for the different objects. Finally, now we have it set to all right now, which is going to move all actors. If we had 30 different actors, they would, sitting in 30 different seats, they'd all move along this exact same path. So in order to diversify this a little bit, we're going to just flat out copy this path here. And we're going to set the actor on those 4 to 2, and the actor on these 4 from all to 1. And that will cause us to have our own separate paths here. Note that we're still not running any animations, we're still just sitting there and kind of floating. And the scene ends a little prematurely because it ends at the start of the last cue. Thank you for watching.